And Jim, why don't we stay on the topic of...
Yes.
I'm hitting things with my mouse. Why don't we stay on the topic of the world of cable television? We did not review AEW Dynamite last week on the show. I'm going to guess you didn't watch it knowing we weren't going to review it. Is that a fair guess?
No, because there was a lot of things going on over here, and I took the opportunity not to watch that week's program. And I'm sorry for the people who are living and dying with this, but it does me good every once in a while to refresh myself.
All right, so that means you'll be ready to go this week, and we'll have that review coming up in a few days on one of these shows. But Jim, let's talk about the ratings, and you'll get a little bit of information about what you missed this past week.
Oh, joy.
AEW Dynamite, Wednesday, August 6, 2025, 8 to 10:12 p.m. On average, 711,000 viewers.
Holy mackerel, they're back up into the mega show territory. What in the world did they do to deserve a thing like this?
This is up 16% from last week, which was 612. 16% from the 4-week average, which is 611. So this is a big success.
I mean, was
it
there suddenly, did they advertise something heavily that I didn't pay attention to? Or was there some reanimated corpse of Buddy Rogers was in the main of what happened?
Well, they do announce their matches beforehand, obviously, on social media, but the biggest thing with AEW going into this event, I think, was the buzz about there being potential problems between MVP and Speedball Mike Bailey, the two baddest motherfuckers in the locker room. You hate when those are the guys who have heat with each other.
Hold on now, MVP. We're not laughing about you now, just so we make that clear. He could strangle me through the fucking phone line.
But there was some buzz about that. Again, I don't know if that led into this, but that was the biggest thing people were talking about around AEW. And quite frankly, if I was Tony, I would have put MVP out there for a promo to start the show. Build into what people were buzzing about, but let's go into it. You'll find out what they did do.
Uh-oh.
These were compiled by WrestleNomics. Quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. MJF's backstage promo and the start of Jon Moxley versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
Oh, good Lord.
With picture-in-picture, 766,000 viewers.
Okay, and they started much higher than they have been over the last recent weeks, let's say. So was there some big lead-in that led to this, or did they retain this audience, or where are we going from here? And Moxley, and so one would think, as you said, that since that was out there, one ought to either make something out of it or something, but instead they're feeding the spitball to Dick the Boozer.
Well, let's go to quarter 2, 8:15, 8:30 p.m. The continuation of Moxley versus Speedball. Tony Storm and Alex Windsor's backstage promo. The Death Riders Darby Allin angle. An ad break. And Mercedes Moné's promo. 727,000 viewers.
Well, again, a drop, but not nearly the drop that they normally have. That's only 39,000 people. That's not close to the way they used to drop. More in line with what they've been doing lately, where they start low and stick with it, but this is still a little higher.
We go to quarter 3. This is going to be interesting. This match didn't hemorrhage viewers is amazing, and what a spectacle it was. Alex Windsor, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. Alex Windsor versus Billy Starks versus Queen Aminata versus Sky Blue.
Ooh.
With picture-in-picture, 718,000 viewers.
You saw this? You were a witness to this?
I watched this, and it was sloppy at times, and it went so long. All I'm thinking is, even if you're a fan of these women in this division, this match seems like it's going a long time. And then apparently it did not chase everyone away.
Well, we must applaud their efforts.
We go to quarter 4, 8:45 to 9 p.m. The post-match of the previous match with Mercedes Moné, Tony Storm, and Athena. An ad break, the Young Bucks backstage angle, and Don Callis and Kyle Fletcher's live promo. 766,000 viewers.
What in the world?
And the high point in the key demo, 263.
For the last 15 minutes of the first hour, that never happens. They're back up to where they started from. That is
Yeah.
Did many of the other networks go off the air suddenly for an extended period of time? What is different about this show than everything else they've been doing? It's fascinating. I'm not even knocking them. I'm just genuinely puzzled now.
Well, we got our quarter 5, the big 9 o'clock hour, 9 to 9:15 p.m. Cope's backstage promo, and the start of the Young Bucks versus Bro-Dito, the team of Brody King and Bandito. Bro-Dito, with picture-in-picture, 744,000 viewers.
And that, I would think, is their biggest start to a 9 o'clock hour in months, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that was also the biggest quarter 4 in as long as I can remember.
Yeah. But now here's the question. Now that they've actually put it to the ultimate test, the Buckaroos, where do we go from here, Brian, now that all of the children have grown up?
We go to quarter 6, 9:15 and 9:30 p.m. The continuation of the Bucks versus Bro-Dito with picture-in-picture ads, the Mark Briscoe MJF video, and the Hurt Syndicate backstage angle. 728,000 viewers.
Okay, they're down 16,000, but still remarkably consistent for a show unlike in, I would think, years at this point at this level. And what did they do with MJF and the Hurt Syndicate?
Well, he's not in the Hurt Syndicate anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No,
What is happening
MVP
about
loves
that?
him like a little brother, but it's over, and he better watch out when he gets the world title because Bobby Lashley is hungry.
That's it.
For now. But Jim, quarter 7.
Do we have any idea what it was going to be before they said, "Oh, fuck no, we ain't going to do this shit"? All right, never mind.
But we go to quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. An ad break. The FTR Stokely Hathaway backstage angle. Did you see this promo where because Stokely has to wrestle Cope next week? Somehow that's the punishment. He has to wrestle Cope. He does this promo. He goes, "You don't think I know how to fight? I've been fighting my whole life. I'm short. I'm bald. I don't get no hose." And as he's saying this, Cash Wheeler can't keep a straight face. It's like Gene Okerlund standing next to him. But that promo.
And by the way, that would work if they'd ever bothered to make him a respected, legitimate, established main event manager and put some heat on him. But now it's going to be another one of these fucking things you'd see down at the rec center and on an indie show.
The Swerve Okada video, a Swerve Strickland ramp promo, Mark Briscoe and Adam Page's backstage angle, and an ad break. 669,000 viewers.
Again, that late in the show, they started with that the last several episodes. So bravo. But what is it about this? They had a goddamn Cage World title loser leave and gets chainsawed fucking deal a few weeks ago. It didn't do this. What the fuck's going on?
Again, the only thing I remember was the buzz around the Hurt Syndicate speedball problems, and nothing really came about on this show dealing with that. We go to quarter 8, 9:45 to 10 p.m. We have a 12-minute overrun. Queen Aminata and Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander's backstage promo, and the start of Mark Briscoe versus MJF, who are picture-in-picture, 620,000 viewers. 12-minute overrun, almost a quarter. Continuation of Briscoe versus MJF, and the post-match with Adam Page, 646,000 viewers.
Good Lord. Okay. When you've read that main event off, I was going to say, well, you know what? Briscoe and MJF. That's what they wanted to see. And that's the thing they all tuned away from. That's the only thing in that parade of terror that you just read off that would have interested me in the least was MJF versus Mark Briscoe. And that was the worst thing on the show in the ratings. So now I guess they've officially nullified MJF with this wishy-washy bullshit with him.
You know how I feel, and I like Mark Briscoe, but I think the way he's been booked up until this very recent period where they've kind of started trying to push him, but even that, he started losing during that period too. I think the way he was booked and specifically losing match after match, sometimes meaningless match on this show, I don't think fans are tuning in for him. It would have to be a rebuild.
Yeah.
You'd have to really spend time and do it right and get people clamoring to see him. And he deserves that, but it just hasn't happened. But that's AEW. And the key demo did rise in their defense. It went from 212 to 231 to 250. But that was AEW Dynamite.
And I got 231, I had 250, and I got 250, I had 275. What do I hear from you, Brian?
Well, that was AEW Dynamite for August 6th. But Jim, you know, another thing we're not talking about here at the end of the show is it's summertime. People are outdoors. They're getting sun.
Yeah.
Going for a swim. You get tired. The sun beats you down. Swimming all day.
It's like a heaviness, Brian, over you.
That's exactly right. Hello, heaviness. And what we're asking you to do is say goodbye, heaviness, and have a heavenly mattress and a heavenly night's sleep from our friends at Helix Sleep.
That's right. We want you people to take a load off. And if you'd like to dump a load, there's no place better than a Helix mattress to do it, folks. I'll tell you that right now, because no matter what kind of load you may be carrying, you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, or possibly it's in your lower back, or maybe it's in your sinus passages and your nasal capacities where you got the sleep apnea and you need some, or potentially you're just a sweat rag of grimy greasiness in the middle of the night because you sweat when you sleep like some kind of worried international gangster afraid that you're going to be captured by an international fucking police ring any moment for your crimes. You're just sweating and shaking. They got one of those for you too. No matter what your defect is about your sleeping, they've got a mattress that can help address that issue. And you go to helixsleep.com and you look them up and you take the quiz and you assert to yourself which mattress might be best for you. You order it, you purchase it, and it's delivered right to your door, Brian, with post haste. As a matter of fact, with the expediency, it will come to you, and then you just put it where you want it, and poof, there it becomes. But, no matter what kind of heaviness that you're carrying, the burdens of today's world and the hurry-scurry schedules we've got and the people with children, if you're one of these families with 16, 18 kids, well, they got little bitty mattresses. You can just take the spare room and just mattress the whole floor with the kids' mattresses because a bunch of them will fit in there and just stick them suckers in sideways and along, kind of like a crosshatch pattern. And that way you can have the girls sleep one way and the boys sleep the other way. Where you're always
ladies and gentlemen,
toe.
The comedy portion of the show has ended. We're now getting serious, and we're talking about serious things, and of course, serious seams on these mattresses. That's right, serious mattresses.
You can get serious on these mattresses. You can get downright busy on a Helix mattress. Again, I'll tell you what. So
if you need some,
that's right. Take your load and put it right on a Helix mattress.
Well, take a load off, and of course, get a good night's sleep. It's always a good time, especially in the summer. The sun beating you down. The star of the show saying crazy things, whatever it may be, we all
what's coming up? It's a holiday coming up. The holiday, Labor Day, where nobody works, is coming up. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, and until September the 8th, might I add, but you've take advantage right now because you don't know, they might run out of mattresses. Bunch of lazy people trying to fucking stockpile these things.
What?
The
Wait, hold
best
on. They're going to run out of mattresses because there's a lazy person buying up all the mattresses?
That's right. You see it on the news. You see it on the news. There's a bunch of lazy people try to stockpile the mattresses. They're afraid they'll have nothing to sleep on in the future. But right now at Helix Sleep, the Labor Day sale best of web offer, exclusive for the listeners of Jim Cornette's programs, going to be 27% off. 27% off if you go to helixsleep.com/JCE. That's again, Helix Sleep, HELIX. Everybody knows that. We've been talking about them for years because they're fabulous people. helixsleep.com/JCE, 27% off for the Labor Day best of web sale offer thingy purchase that goes on until September the 8th. Just for you guys. Just for you. We did it all for you.